Hello everybody, welcome from my Hamburg headquarters. This is Transfermarkt TV International. If you haven't done already so, please subscribe our channel. We surely hope that you are healthy and well and that the perspective of other European top leagues than the Bundesliga restarting soon lightens up your day a little bit. Also, always entertaining watching the latest edition of this show as we will provide you with the latest news and rumors in international football. So let's get started with the rumor mill as Barcelona fans can be relieved as their idol Lionel Messi will stay at least one more year with the Blaugrana. Spanish media sources report that his yearly option to terminate his contract running until 2021 at his own will ran out last Sunday. As newspaper Mundo Deportivo reported, an incentive for Messi to stay with Barça could be the perspective for the 32-year-old of playing with his Argentina teammate Lautaro Martinez. The 22-year-old Inter Milan striker is strongly linked to Barcelona as they plan to gradually install him at center attack in place of veteran and lately injured Uruguayan striker Luis Suarez. A problem for the Spanish champions most certainly could be Martinez's buyout clause in his Inter contract that is set to stand at 111 million euros. Barcelona might be willing to include veteran midfielder Arturo Vidal and right-back Firpo in the deal to lower this high transfer fee. Barcelona insider Sergi Sol, though, is sure that the Argentine will join his fellow national teammate Messi for the next season. Borussia Dortmund's star winger Jadon Sancho once again undermined his market value of 117 million euros by scoring a hat-trick in Dortmund's 6-1 away thrashing of Paderborn in the last Bundesliga match. German media portal Spox and Goal following last game day reported that the 20-year-old wants to leave the club this coming summer. An extension of his contract, which runs until 2022, supposedly is not an option. Sancho, who now stands at an incredible 17 goals with 17 assists in 27 Bundesliga games, is said to be looking for a move to the Premier League. Manchester United are considered frontrunners, with also Chelsea interested in signing the England international. However, there is no exit clause in his contract, therefore Dortmund can dictate a price that would be at least in the region of 130 million euros, according to sources from within the Borussia Dortmund camp. A lot of money, especially in the backdrop of COVID-19 pandemic, caused financial uncertainties, as Manchester United officials already have acknowledged. If Jadon Sancho doesn't decide in favor of Chelsea this summer, the Blues might already have an alternative signing. Jesus Corona of FC Porto. The 27-year-old Mexican so far has had a great season in Portugal. In 24 Liga NOS games, he scored 2 goals with 17 assists. Able to play several attacking positions, he stands at a market value of 20 million euros with 2 more years left in his contract with the Dragons. Speaking to Portuguese portal Medio Tempo, Corona's agent Matthias Bunge has confirmed talks with Chelsea at some point. We talked to them, Bunge said. I cannot say if he's option A, B or C. Now, they are rather rumors. Real Madrid have turned down the opportunity to sign Chelsea star Willian on a free transfer this summer. British paper The Mirror reported that even though Los Blancos manager Zinedine Zidane is a great admirer of the attacking midfielder, Real officials are unwilling to offer a long-term deal. Willian's agent has long stressed that the Brazilian's priority was to stay at Chelsea, that the Blues didn't want that. As a result, the preference is now to move to another Premier League side. Chelsea's London-based rivals Tottenham and Arsenal have both been linked with Willian, as the 31-year-old, after 7 years in England's capital, wants to stay in the city where his daughters were born and raised. Returning to Real Madrid this summer will be Borussia Dortmund's right-back Achraf Hakimi. The 21-year-old will leave the Bundesliga side after his loan deal expires in summer. We've received the information that his loan deal ends after the season and that he is supposed to return to Real, his agent Alejandro Camaño said to the Spanish radio station Onda Madrid. Hakimi really landing at Bernabeu, though, is not quite certain, as it is reported that he wants to be on the pitch as much as he has been this season in Dortmund, where he was the only one who played in every Bundesliga match. Due to his offensive orientation, the right-back is among the most dangerous defensive players in the top 5 leagues. His market value stands at an impressive 54 million euros. Ivan Perisic will most certainly win his second German title in the top tier as Bayern Munich are steady on their way to their 8th consecutive championship in a row. The 31-year-old Croatia international who won the 2012 Bundesliga campaign with Dortmund is on a season loan from Inter Milan at Munich. Bayern are satisfied with Perisic's output of 5 goals and 8 assists in 26 competitive games this season, but haven't triggered the 20 million euro buyout clause in his Inter Milan contract that runs until 2022. According to a Sky Italia report, they don't have to hurry though, as the Nerazzurri's sporting director Piero Ausilio stated, there is a gentleman's agreement between the two clubs to discuss a permanent Bayern deal for Perisic at a later stage. Also, Bayern Munich's former president Uli Hoeneß cannot imagine German standout youngster Kai Havertz joining Munich this summer. We would like to have him, Hoeneß, now a member of the board at Bayern, told German radio station Bayern 1. But right now, it is not foreseeable what the economic future of football is going to be like after the coronavirus pandemic. The 20-year-old Bayer Leverkusen top goalscorer has been linked with a move to Bayern, but there are other heavyweights interested, like Real Madrid and Manchester City. It is expected that Bayer will ask in the region of 130 million euros for the attacking midfielder who is under contract until 2022. A more likely transfer, in Hoeneß's opinion, is the deal for German winger from national team Leroy Sané, as he hopes that the deal with the 24-year-old with Manchester City can be completed soon. As said, Bayer Leverkusen's Kai Havertz is one of the hottest properties in this upcoming transfer period. As magazine Kicker reports, there are some signs that the most valuable German player will stay with his club though. But if not, there might be alternatives. Leverkusen is currently scouting 2 talents, Brazilian Caio Jorge from FC Santos and Uruguayan Danubio Montevideo forward Juan Gutierrez. Both strikers are just 18 years of age, and Caio in particular has been outstanding this season and was vital in Brazil's performance that led to winning the World Championship title for age under 17 in 2019. Caio was heavily linked to Juventus and Chelsea, but the 18-year-old feels that he would receive more playing time at Bayer Leverkusen, especially as the Bundesliga side could lose 1 or 2 of their current strikers, Lucas Alario, who wants to leave, and Kevin Volland, who has only 1 more year left in his contract. Elsewhere, according to both papers, L'Equipe and Daily Mail, Paris Saint-Germain are preparing a 55 million euro offer for Lazio midfielder Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. The 25-year-old Serbian impressed during the season with 4 goals and 5 assists in 25 games for the Italian league table number 2. PSG's transfer offensive is bad news for Premier League side Tottenham Hotspur, as the Daily Mail reported that manager Jose Mourinho has been a long admirer of the central midfielder, but the Spurs will have to offload assets first if they want to sign Milinkovic-Savic. One possibility is to move on club record signing Tanguy Ndombele, who has largely struggled in the Premier League. We move on to the next category, stats of the day. Once a year, US magazine Forbes announces the top 100 highest earning athletes on the planet. And in their 2020 edition, we have a new overall number 1 with Swiss elite tennis player Roger Federer. And a new number 1 in football. Here at number 2, Cristiano Ronaldo, who surpasses Lionel Messi at the top spot. Messi now is 3rd overall, 2nd in football. PSG's Neymar follows at number 4 as we take a look at the top 10 with some very prominent US players. The Forbes list is based on research by the magazine's editorial team and is considered a legitimate source. The earnings include bonuses, salaries, and prize money. Additionally, sponsoring, marketing, and entry fees are also considered. The sums in question are dated from June 1st, 2019 to June 1st, 2020. Our number 3 in the world in football at 86 million euros in earnings is Neymar, who once again was a vital part in Paris Saint-Germain's winning of the French Ligue 1 title. Neymar, even though earning a lot, is a constant guest in our rumor mill as he seems to be eager to return to his former club Barcelona. There, he might be reunited with the number 2 of the highest paid footballers in the world, Lionel Messi. The 32-year-old Argentine had another great season until June 1st, but lost some of his bonuses in commercial deals due to the coronavirus pandemic. His 93.7 million euros likely see his big lifetime rival, the former FIFA world player, at position number 1 on the Forbes list. Cristiano Ronaldo is the highest paid football player in the world from June 2019 until June 1st, 2020 at 94.6 million euros, 900,000 ahead of Messi. The 35-year-old Portuguese doesn't seem to age. He scored 21 goals in just 22 Serie A games, once again being vital in Juventus' quest for their 9th consecutive Italian league title. Even though all of the players lost significant money because of the coronavirus pandemic, Ronaldo managed to get ahead of Messi in this category. Hopefully, we will see the two of them battling it out on the pitch in the next chapter of this great rivalry. The first story in our news ticker sees a former rumor mill speculation confirmed, as we now have the second highest transfer fee for the upcoming transfer window confirmed. Argentine striker Mauro Icardi will stay with Paris Saint-Germain on a permanent deal, as the French champions used their buyout clause in the loan contract with Inter Milan. According to different media sources, PSG reduced the previously fixed buyout fee from 70 to 50 million euros, with possibly bonuses for Inter. The 27-year-old central striker scored 17 goals in 26 Ligue 1 and Champions League matches for Paris, even though not being a regular in Thomas Tuchel's squad. Inter Milan reportedly agreed on a lower fee because of their favouring of another different future attacking options. Icardi's new deal at PSG runs until 2024. Manchester United will also enjoy the services of a loan player a little bit longer. Odion Igualo will remain at Old Trafford until the end of January 2021, as the Red Devils reached agreement with his Chinese club Shanghai Shenhua to extend the loan deal that initially was due to end on May 31st. Thereby, the 30-year-old Nigerian will be enabled to build on a solid start with the club he supported as a boy. The central striker scored 4 goals in 8 appearances so far, thereby living up to the expectations of United manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Yes, and just as you thought there couldn't be possibly another great top 11 with dual citizenship, we have another impressive addition for you. This time, Nigeria. The African team is ranked 31 in the FIFA World Ranking, especially due to the heroics of Leicester City's defensive midfielder Wilfried Ndidi. He is 23 years old and stands at a market value of 36 million euros, but he, as a star of the current Nigeria team, would probably stand at a different position in the pecking order in a team where other players with a dual citizenship would have decided differently. Let's take a look at this top 11 that Nigeria's manager Gernot Rohr would probably like very much to have. Between the post, Kwok Tien Ezele Nguyen, who was born in Nigeria and played his whole career in Vietnam. The 36-year-old chose the citizenship ahead of the one of Nigeria, meant is Vietnam's. He's not very much a factor. The 3 Bundesliga centre-backs in our defensive line are: in the middle, Augsburg's regular Felix Udokai, the 21-year-old, is Tokyo Olympics bound with Germany's under-21 national team in 2021. The 1-year-old loan player from Bundesliga rival Wolfsburg has a market value of 6.8 million euros, making him more valuable than all other current Nigeria centre-backs. His partner at left is not available and eligible for the Super Eagles anymore. Manuel Akanji chose the Swiss national team over the land of his ancestors. So far, he's won 22 caps for the Nati. Before the start of the season, the 24-year-old reached 40 million euros in market value, playing a strong 2018-19 campaign for his club Borussia Dortmund. That's 10 million more than the whole current Nigeria defense squad, including goalkeepers. Akanji, though, struggled a little bit with mistakes lately, thus bringing down his market value to 20 million euros at the moment. At left, we find another Bundesliga player, Jadon Sancho of Hertha BSC. He is German-born but has a Nigerian father. The 21-year-old has been pivotal in Berlin's latest resurrection under new manager Bruno Labbadia, playing every minute of all 4 Bundesliga games since the Corona break, allowing just 2 goals against Hertha during that time span. Wilfried Ndidi most probably would be Gernot Rohr's first choice at defensive midfield. The Leicester City player at 36 million euros in market value is one of the top African choices at this position. A defensive midfield alternative with a second citizenship for Nigeria could be Denmark international Philip Billing. The 23-year-old AFC Bournemouth regular only missed 2 Premier League games all season so far and immediately adapted to his new team after making a 16.5 million euro move from relegated Huddersfield to the Cherries in 2019. Joining in central midfield are Queen's Park Rangers' Eberichi Eze and the most valuable player of this possible Nigeria squad, Tottenham's Dele Alli. 21-year-old Eze stands at 9 million euros in market value, a number that might rise pretty soon since England under-21 national team player recorded 12 goals and 8 assists in 37 championships matches for QPR, alerting many big teams to probably go for this big talent in the next transfer window. His partner might win further caps for his country. Very well he will. Unfortunately for the Super Eagles, it won't be for them. Dele Alli, the Spurs and England central midfielder, has a market value of 64 million euros. Last year at age 23, he came close to winning the Champions League after a brilliant performance during the Champions League competition. In 37 international games for the Three Lions, he scored 3 goals, one of them during the World Cup 2018. Alli is Tottenham bound until 2022 and a regular for Jose Mourinho. He most certainly would be a regular for Nigeria if he would have chosen his citizenship differently. An option at winger not choosing the Nigerian citizenship could be Ademola Lookman of German Bundesliga team RB Leipzig. Lookman was born in London and already wore the Three Lions jersey as an under 19, 20 and 21 player. The 22-year-old struggled lately at Leipzig as he only played few reserve minutes in Germany's top tier and in the Champions League for the quarterfinalists. His contract at Saxony runs until 2024. His market value still stands at 13.5 million euros. His left counterpart is 18-year-old Arsenal talent Bukayo Saka. The London-born left winger already stands at a market value of 20 million euros as he, in his first senior season with Arsenal, impressed especially in the Europa League, recording 6 scorer points in as many games. Saka is a youngster with a bright future, but more likely for England as he's very successful current in the under-19 Three-Lion team. And finally, our 2 central strikers. First, another England international as youth and senior level Bournemouth striker Dominic Solanke. The 22-year-old lost a little bit in market value, now standing at 12 million euros as he hasn't scored a Premier League goal this season in 24 games, mostly coming off the bench. And it's a different story for our other central striker, Chelsea's Tammy Abraham. The 22-year-old went through the Blues Academy and now, being the Premier League top goal scorer at 13 for Arsenal, raised his market value to 40 million euros. Until 2019, Nigeria tried to lure Abraham away from Gareth Southgate's national team, but he decided differently, playing in 2 Euro qualifiers with 1 goal against Montenegro. Thus, he's not anymore available for the Super Eagles. This top 11 comes in at a market value of 206.4 million euros compared to the current value of the whole Nigeria squad of 191.1 million euros. Thank you for joining us this week. We hope that you enjoyed this edition of Transfermarkt TV International. And if you really enjoyed it, please subscribe our channel. Please let me once again remind you, also in June, to please follow all the recommendations of your local government to keep social distancing alive, to help to get over the coronavirus pandemic crisis sooner than later. That's all for now. Have a good one.